Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be testing out the Moxie Lash Magnetic Lashes. So if you want to see me put these on and try them out, stay tuned. So the first thing I'm going to mention is I did buy these in a kit. I bought a set of them and it came with 3 different types of lashes. And the first one is the Classy Lashes. This is what these ones look like right here. Then we also have the Flashy Lashes. Then we also have the Sassy Lashes. So I did go through, try these on, and I go through all of the steps with you guys. Now do stay tuned at the end and I'll tell you what my final thoughts are, but let's jump into trying these. I got my package in from Moxie Lashes and I have not even opened this. I'm using my scissors to open it right now. I'm very excited to give these a try. Scoot back a little bit. Oh gosh, not the easiest package to open, but let's see it. All right. What it comes looking like, and I got 3 sets. So this is the Classy Lashes. So I think the Classy I think is the smallest one that they have, or the most everyday version. This is the gel liner, and then let's see here, this is the Sassy Lashes, which I believe, if I remember correctly, are the longest ones. And then we have the Flashy, nope, Flashy is the longest. Sassy is the middle, and Flashy is the longest. So pink, purple, yellow. I'm pretty sure, nope, they're both pink. The yellow is the only one this one. So, oh, the writing is. So pink writing, purple writing, and then yellow writing. And then we have the Moxie Lash Magnetic Eyeliner Remover Cotton Swabs, 30 of them. I have heard that the eyeliner can be a little bit hard to get off. This is the Liquid Magnetic Eyeliner. Hasn't been opened yet. I have to open that up. Oh, a little bag to put it all in. This, oh, no, there's something else in here. Oh, a brush to brush through them. Oh, and an eyeliner brush on that end. And then a little instruction of how to do it. So we're going to give this a shot together for the first time. Don't need this right now. Instructions. I had already looked this up, how to do this. I think I'm going to start with this liner. I've heard the gel one's a little bit difficult to work with, but we'll see. It's worth trying. I know, who is it? Ardell. Is it Ardell? Has a magnetic one that comes with a gel liner, and I've heard it's not that great. So I figure I'll give this a try. All right, this is what it looks like. I don't hear a shaker thing or anything. I'm sure the more you open and close it, I'm gonna have to scoot up. So we're gonna give this a shot and just go right in. I did put a little bit of eyeliner on, mascara on. All right, so it is not, the brush does not have any give to it. So it's a thick liner. It's kind of clumpy. You're gonna have to put on a thicker line than you might typically do. Probably not my smartest idea to put mascara on first because it's kind of touching down on that. See, I just got it all over that. All right, grabbed a towel to wipe that off. So, just kind of moving it around to get it a little bit thicker and where I want it. Whoa. You really have to kind of wipe that off a little bit. I don't know how far in they go. I guess I should have checked that first, right? Let's check it against the other eye. So let's see. Are we going to do Classy or Sassy? Let's do Classy. So you lift these up And let's see how easily they come off of here. Oh, okay. Let's get some tweezers. Alrighty. They are adhered onto here with magnets as well. So of course, this side is your left side, this side is your right side. So I was lifting up the left because I want to make sure how they fit onto my eye. Oh good, that looks like that's going to be the right size. You know what, let's do the classy. Let's start with that. Ooh, they clipped right, I mean, I just set it down and they clipped right back on. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for a second. All right, so you know what I decided? We're gonna use this on the other eye, right? Let's give it a try. Oh, we can kind of test them against each other too. Boy, this is not easy to open. That was kind of a mess to open. Oops, I've got papers everywhere. All right, so let's open this up and see what this one looks like. Okay, has a little airtight thing that I can't seem to lift up. We're gonna use the tweezers. Okay, so this is what it looks like. All right, it looks like it's kind of interesting. Pulled away from the edge a little bit, but we're gonna use their brush. I would typically use an angled brush. So let's roll this around in here. So I'm gonna coat the brush pretty good. So this one kind of is not as wet, obviously, because it's a gel, but because it's not as wet, it's actually a little bit, I mean, like, goes on just a little bit easier. It kind of goes on more like a gel, where the other one feels a little bit more drying. Kind of like this one better so far. See how they apply. This one seems more choppy, and this one seems more smooth. I did not put any liner on my waterline. See, this one definitely has a little bit more smoothness to it. Doesn't look thick, doesn't look chunky. This one kind of has like clumps where it's a little bit wetter, like where it touched down, whereas this one just kind of smoothed on. Funny, because I heard people saying the opposite. All right, so I'm going to close this up. I'm going to use that little airtight thing too, because I'm short with the, why is this not staying on now? All right, we're just going to twist it on with that piece in there. I'm going to wipe this off just on a rag that I keep down here when I do my lashes anyway. Make sure I get as much of it off as I can. I do need to read how you need to clean, like I'm wiping all of this off right here, how you need to clean that. And we will see. And we are going to do the classy. So this one feels like it dried much quicker than this one. My tweezers, but I think I'm going to use my little lash applicator thing, the Twinkski, I can never remember how to say this thing. Boy, these things are like, I'm trying to get them off with that, just with my fingers. Tweezers are so much better to get those off, guys. Like, that was crazy. All right, so I'm going to take this. I don't have my glasses on, so it's whoa, it's sticking to the metal of that. Interesting. So I'm going to set it down. Whoa, okay. Note to self. Don't use those because it was sticking to the metal of that. All right, let's give this another shot. Okay, so I will say, first thing is that the lash on this side, because I kept getting that magnetic liner on, I mean, it was my fault. I totally put the, I put mascara on, so the liquid liner kind of got stuck on my lashes. Let's see if I can clamp them down a little bit. This one is lifting up on the outside. It's like sticking to the lashes. All right, so we want it down on the liner. There we go. All right, so I'm going to use these and kind of push it down. Tweezers more than the other thing, because the other thing is all metal. So, all right, so this is what the first eye looks like. It was actually pretty easy. I'm going to clamp them down. Let's see what that does. Just to get them as far down as I can. Because see, I wouldn't want to add mascara on after, because then it would get on the lashes. Sticking with the same lash, but with the gel liner. I used the tweezers to get them off, right? All right, so you can also see there are little magnets on here, so that's where you're gonna put them back on. Let's try, see it this way. Using the tweezers for everything this time. All right, so it's sticking everywhere except for the outer corner. Must not have enough liner. So we're gonna lift that off, set it down. What did I do with the gel liner? Here it is. Open that up. So I need a little bit extra liner on the outside edge. Now I will say, the liquid version versus the gel version, the liquid version, it went on, it feels tighter, if that makes sense. Feels like it's got a good grip. I'm kind of doing a little bit of a wing, because otherwise it just looks like I've got too much liner on that outside edge, if that makes sense. So let's give this another try. Whoa, look at that. Caught right down. I want the outside edge. And then I move to the inside edge. It's kind of funny. All right, so the outside one. There we go. I had to get the outside one on. It was sticking to the lash. So I must have gotten some on the lash. All right. So feels the same on both. The only thing I'll say is kind of interesting, and it must be from the magnets, is right now it feels a little different to get used to. They feel kind of a little heavy, not like heavy like crazy, but I guess kind of like when you very, very first started putting on false lashes and you felt like you were wearing them. I can feel this. So we'll see throughout the day if I still feel like I feel it or if it feels more natural as it goes. This eye feels much more like locked in and heavy. This eye feels much lighter, if that makes sense. So we're gonna keep wearing these, and then I will show you a couple different days wearing the other ones too. Actually, you know what? Let's just put the other ones on too. Take these off, put the other ones on, show you what they look like, and then we'll put these back on for the day. So it's super simple, supposedly. Let's see how simple this is. Okay, you just have to, wow, that feels locked in, guys. All right, and then I'm just setting it down, and look, clipped right back in. Let's see how this one comes off. The key is getting the false lash, not your natural lash. So I will say right away, this glue, so that one clicked in a little funny. The liquid version feels much more locked in, which is interesting. All right, let's play with the sassy. Sassy. These look long, y'all. All right, so let's go in, put it down. Wow. Wow, that bad boy locked right in. So I want to pull this to the outer edge. Wow, these are like locked in, locked in. All right, we want to keep playing with this because these I need to go further to the outer corner, because if they're too far in, it looks way too heavy going in, if that makes sense. So these are the sassy ones that we're trying on now. This is fun, guys. Wow, now that feels heavy. That is kind of funny. Like the other one, okay, so let me, hold on, let me put this on, then I'll tell you what I feel the difference right away to be. All right, so this is the sassy ones, which are like more for going out and things like that. This one feels like, you know how when you have two magnets and you put them together and you can feel it like catch right away? That's what this side feels like. This side feels like I have to place it on there and then it's gonna stay. Like let's, oh, nope, see this one's lifting up. Okay, so now I'm getting the whole like, why people like the liquid glue better.
Let's try moving it over. Yeah, definitely the difference in the glue is crazy. So now I'm understanding why people are not liking the Ardell one, because that one only has a gel glue or gel magnet. And this is like locked in. Like, I mean, this is not moving at all. Whereas this one, when I kind of went like that, yeah, lift it up. Like, look, I can lift the whole thing off very easily with this glue versus this one locked it in much more. I do probably need a little bit extra glue on the outer corner because I'm pulling, I keep calling it glue, the magnetic stuff. But just the look of this, this is what the Sassy looks like. Now we're going to take these off and take a look at the Flashy and add a little bit of glue before I do that, or magnetic adhesive or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I just set them in, locked right back in on this outer corner because the Flashy is even bigger. So I'm going to add the glue stuff. Oh, you know what? When you're putting them on and off, I bet you have to clean these a little bit too. I'm noticing it's picking up some of this. Oh gosh, but I just got it on my lashes again. That's the only downside with this one. It's picking up some of the magnet. So it was missing the magnet on the last one. All right, so these are crazy. I'm starting with this eye only because that eye I just put some extra glue on. Okay, so first things first, these are way too big for my eyes. This one, like, I mean, look how crazy that is. Like, there's no way. I would definitely have to trim off some, probably to like there to wear these. So I would have to lose the last one or two of those, if that makes sense. I have heard that you have to be very careful if you do decide to trim these, because there's magnets on these, and if you trim off the magnet, then the last edge obviously has nothing to adhere to. So you want to make sure that if you trim it, you keep a part of that last magnet. Woo! Like these ones, I feel them clip on. It is crazy, the difference in feeling from the one glue to the other. All right, so we're just putting this down here just for now. This is what the Flashy is a bit much. The Classy, I think, is definitely more my style. This glue so far is totally the better glue. So I will say, so I don't think I would actually probably wear the Flashy, but I got these in a set. This is just first opinion, putting them on quickly. The Classy is definitely more my style, so to speak. They all work very, very, very similar. Watch this, click down. This side, like this glue is crazy, like how strong this glue is. This glue I am obsessed with on this side, or magnetic adhesive, or whatever you want to call it. If I had not touched my lashes with the glue on this side, I would not have struggled with this one as much. Let's do the other side. And then we're going to kind of do a wear test throughout the day and see if I feel like they've moved. Yeah, this side does not clip down as much. Like the liquid liner is definitely a tighter like lock-in, if that makes sense. All right, so this is what we look like. This is what we're going to be wearing all day. I will check back in, kind of update you guys. This one, I feel like the liner might be a little bit thicker as well. So if you don't like a thick liner look, these are not going to be for you. I think you need that extra liner with these to make sure it really clips down. If you are somebody that wants longer lashes, doesn't want to do lash extensions, but already wears like an eyeliner every day, this might be for you. This would definitely not be for the like no liner, long lash type of look, because you have to have the liner. So that is one of the key things. But definitely, definitely, definitely the first impression is the fact that the, let's call them liquid and gel, the liquid version, so much better. So we will wear throughout the day. I mean, the other lashes were thicker, but I mean, this isn't moving. So I will say this has a thinner line of liner. Like this one, I got that outside corner, huh? Let's move that. Oh, it's stuck to magnetic on the lash. There we go. So this one has a thicker line on the liquid, and this one has a gel line. It still is staying on just as well. So we'll have to see throughout the day how that holds up. And I just look funny with a little bit more liner on one side than the other, but you know, it's all good. We're going to play with these. I'll kind of give you guys updates on what my thoughts are, if anything moves or whatever have you. I'm not going to do check-ins like I normally would, but I will give you an update at the end of the day on what my final thoughts are, and I'll give you kind of an overview and some thoughts and tips and tricks that I have heard since I've researched this online.
Final thoughts on these. I wanted to love them. I will say that this liner of the two liners was the better liner as far as application. Very easy to apply, very easy to use. This one was a little bit dry. I did talk to their customer service and they had suggested using a little bit of olive oil inside of it to loosen it up. I just found that this was very, very dry, but the good and bad of that dry is it was easy once you got it on and it dried very quickly, whereas this kind of had wet spots and dry spots depending on how much product was on the wand, and you had to wait for this one to dry. This one was dry right away. However, the lashes did not adhere to this one as well as to this one. However, during the day, this one I found moved around more than this one. So there's pluses and minuses to all of these. These lashes were not inexpensive. They were $195 for this set. The classy ones are the only ones that I would reuse. I talked to them and told them the flashy is actually way, way, way too big for my eye. They said that I could exchange them for another set of the classy, but I also tried putting the sassy on and I just wasn't in love with them. So they said I could exchange both of these. But realistically, for $195, I did not love these. I did go back and forth with their customer service because I had decided to make the choice to return them. And I will say, although they will allow me to return them within the 30 days from when you purchased, the problem is that they gave me a lot of back and forth, which I get it. They were trying to give me tips to try, things to try, ways to try it. And I tried all of them. They just didn't work for me. They looked fake. I felt like felt really good, but I felt like I was constantly repositioning them to get them at the right location. There are other options out there that are less expensive, like Ardell. I will give those a try on a Test It Out Tuesday and see how those work out. But I just didn't love these. For $195, I wanted to love them. So unfortunately, these will not be staying in my arsenal. They are going back to Moxie Lash. It just wasn't enough of a love to keep it. And a lot of times, even if I don't love something, I will hold on to it. But for almost $200, guys, it was a tough pill to swallow considering I wasn't going to be using them. So unfortunately, they will be going back, which I don't usually do that if I am using it for testing a video. But I dislike them to that extreme. And these two I would never use. So I'm very, very bummed about that and disappointed because I wanted to love these. And that's such a shame that I couldn't love these. They were the first brand ever to make magnetic lashes, which is very impressive. But I feel as if there just needs to be some work on these. I'm not in love with them. So I hope you guys found this Test It Out Tuesday helpful. If you'd like to see some others, I'll put a video over here. And if you would like another style of video that might be good for you, would be one right over here. And as always, guys, if you're not yet subscribed, there's a little picture of me right here. If you click that, it will take you to subscribe to me. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and have a great day. Bye.